Live from the City of Angels here on this Thursday night, it's Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire reaction. And I think a picture says 1,000 words, right? Have a look. That's me. Moments ago, as you can see, I have the same Arsenal kit on, so you know this was day and date with what I just saw. And I had to sleep through another Kaiju movie. How many have we had? We've had too many fucking Kaiju movies. And I was a kid who grew up with Kaiju movies. I loved Godzilla. I was enamored. I was obsessed with Godzilla. I remember checking out books, the Columbus Library back in Ohio. Like, look, there's Godzilla. Oh my God. Look, there's Rodan. There's Mothra. There's Ghidra. But now, I'm just bored. This is the MMT evaluation of GXKTNE. That's what we're going to call it. It just rolls right off your tongue, doesn't it? It's so easy to say. Here's what's happening. I just said it. I'm over Kaijus. I'm done with oversized creatures smashing each other in the face with buildings, and in this case, pyramids and axes and a transformer arm that Kong somehow manages to get on his right arm in this film. I mean, what else can you even do with this shit at this point? It's brain dead. I was, honest to God, my pulse was as low as possible and still being alive watching Godzilla X Kong. It's just so loud and so annoying. A lot of people say that describes me, and that's fair. That is fair. I'm not going to tell you it's not. But this film is both of those things. You've got Kong back now. Remember, if you even want to go back to the story of how we ended up at Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, you have to go back to Godzilla versus Kong, or was it X Kong even then, back in 2021 when it was a COVID film, the first real film back in theaters from COVID, and it brought some people back. So for that, we're appreciative. But the rest of it, that's it. It's the only positive thing we're going to say tonight. I don't have a single thumbs up on this film because, listen, we have done this ad nauseum. Let me pull it up just to prove my point. You believe me, guys. You know I don't tell lies, right? Even Nibiru, the planet that's right outside that we look at it occasionally, that's 100% factual. Godzilla versus Kong was 2021. Right before that, 2 years before that, we had Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And then what it doesn't show here, remember 2017, Skull Island. By the way, Skull Island, the best of the Godzilla films. I think the best of the Godzilla films, the best of the Kaiju films is Skull Island, no contest. Because you had John C. Reilly, for one. You had someone who was fun. You had Samuel L. Jackson. You had Hiddleston. You had all of these actors that made and elevated that film. It is the best by far. And then, it's not even in here. We're not even talking about Godzilla -1, one of the most overrated movies, by the way, of last year. I mean, without a question. The drama that was duct taped to that film, laughable. Holy crap. You guys were like, oh, Godzilla what? And how are you not tired? Look at all these films. And, all the way back to the 2014 version, right? That was exciting because that was a film that we hadn't seen Godzilla since that bad adaptation that we got from Roland Emmerich, right? Didn't he direct that? That one from like 97? What was it was huge. Remember that? When they brought it back with Matthew Broderick, it was like, oh, and the movie was not good. But then in 2014, we got the Cranston and we got the Aaron Taylor Johnson, and the movie wasn't fantastic, but at least it was better than what I'm watching now, which has just turned into a giant CGI orgy of creatures smashing each other in the mug for 2 hours. I mean, this is too much. It's like this. You guys know who Rocco Siffredi is, right? If you don't, look him up after the show. He's one of the most famous porno actors ever. He's still alive. I think there's a Netflix show about him right now. If you're Rocco Siffredi and you have any woman that you want anytime, you get tired of it. You're just like, I don't need. That's where I am on this. I am Rocco Siffredi'd out on kaijus. Does that make sense? Does that register? I think that's pretty clear. Because at this point, there's nothing you can do with Godzilla King Kong, Mothra, Rodan, Ghidra, or the Scar ape that shows up in this film, very much like Lion King. Look, it's Scar from Lion King, only an ape. And he has a giant tooth whip that when he whips you, the teeth shred your skin as Kong finds out. This will be a spoiler review. Like you really care. What am I spoiling? That they survive at the end? I mean, there's nothing we can do with these creatures that is interesting anymore. Also, let's talk about Adam Wingard. I believe I'm saying that right. I hope I am. Adam, this is direct to you tonight, and this is for you. You are no James Gunn. I know you tried to be James Gunn in this film. It doesn't work. You tried to take the songs and use them as transitions, and or when the battle starts, here comes Loverboy or Kiss or Golden Earring, and it falls flat. Remember in Guardians, we had all those needle drops where we had, here comes the crew and they're getting on the ship, right? Here they go. They're going into battle. Here comes the 5 of them walking. Well, or 6 or whatever the hell there's many Guardians are. In this case, there's like a semi-erect 3 walking onto a ship to go to Middle Hollow Earth to battle the Scar ape and the frozen dragon shooting lasers of ice that he commands. By the way, which is totally lifted from How to Train Your Dragon 2, right? Go watch that film. There's a gigantic dragon, and the dude commands it to shoot like lasers of frozen shit, or maybe it was heat, whatever it was. He had a thing that controlled the dragon, this gigantic kaiju dragon. And in this one, Scar Ape has like a tooth, a crystal tooth that he points at the frozen kaiju ice monster thing, and it goes and does the Godzilla thing, only this time he shoots, instead of fire, he shoots ice. I can't believe I stayed awake during this film. Because another thing that you realize when you watch this, aside from the James Gunn aping that doesn't work, yes, aping, poor Rebecca Hall. She's such a talented actress, right? You go back, and one of my favorite horror films of how many years has it been now since we saw, was it The Night House? What the hell is the name of that movie? It was really good film. The guy went on to direct the Hellraiser remake that was okay. That film, The Night House, or the whatever the house was, that film was cool. That guy, and really he brought a lot to the table, that director, I'm forgetting his name, whatever his name is, he's good. But Rebecca Hall is an actress that has a lot of talent, and she's stuck here. And I'm like, my God, she's making money. But poor Rebecca Hall, because she's stuck making this shit when she could be making cool films like The Night House. There's another one she made, an IFC film, is really weird. She doesn't like to do normal things. Remember she did the one about the newscaster who killed herself on air? A really small film. It was out like about a decade ago. It happened in Orlando, Florida. One of the reporters / anchors went on television and shot herself on television live. They made a movie about it. She was in that. That's Rebecca Hall, not GodzillaXKong. And then you have the chosen savior child that we've seen in every film, right? Here we are again. We just had it with the creator, every midnight special. Every time there's a child who's the chosen one. The Messiah's here. Dune. Only not a child, but close enough. And here we have the child that needs to command Middle Earth of the tribe that's trapped down there so that the ice beast and Scar the ape don't get out into the real world to destroy humanity. But instead, they just get out into Rio and destroy roughly 75% of the city. But it's okay. At the end of the day, Godzilla's going to go home to the Colosseum in Rome, and he's going to curl up and take a nap. This is the best storytelling that I've ever done about a movie. Would you agree? Give me a thumbs up right now. This is perfect. For those who say I don't go into the details and we are savaging this movie and asking for more than CGI, blitzkrieg, numbing, dead in the soul entertainment. Is that too much to ask? This isn't fun. This is why Warner Brothers doesn't invite me to premieres. I'd go to this premieres. This movie sucks. Why'd you guys make this? Adam Wingard, you are no James Gunn. And I'd go up to Rebecca Hall and say, I'm so sorry that you're attached to this. I feel terrible for you. Have a good rest of your night. I'm going to walk off. That's why I don't go to these things. Because the shills don't say that. Because they're weak ass MFers. Ladies and gentlemen, 30%. Slightly better than Immaculate. The only reason this film didn't make me nauseous at the end, like I want to rip the screen down. I wasn't that furious. I was just dead in the soul. And now I'm still trying to revitalize my being here tonight with you on MMT. To the comments we go. Anyone who's, listen, guys, don't come in here and tell me this is a fun movie. This is not fun. None of this shit is fun. There's no film fix it, Gone Girl. There's no way to fix this film. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to go in and rewrite a movie with Godzilla? There's no way to do it. The only way to ever have any interest in Godzilla or Kong or any of this kaiju shit ever again is to literally put them in a box and submerge them under cement for 20 years at the bottom of the ocean. Do not bring any kaijus back. I don't want to see Godzilla -2. I don't want to see any of these ever again. And this is from the kid who had the Shogun Godzilla. And if you know, Gen X, you know what I'm talking about. Godzilla Shogun. He had wheels and shit. His arm flew off and he cranked on the back of his head and his fire came out. That's Shogun Godzilla. I had that. I'm the Godzilla guy, and I don't want to see this shit anymore. There's no way to fix it. No fucking way. No, Peter Jackson could not fix this film. He did make an interesting Kong, but again, Skull Island's the most entertaining of all these films. But there's nothing to do here. Guys, let it go. There's a point where you have to just say it's over and we've got to come up with some new stuff. We've got to come up with something fresh and original. Hollywood, stop doing this. Stop going back to I don't care if this film opens at 60 this weekend. I have it a little under. We'll talk about that in a minute. I don't care. It's done. It's over. Stop. Yes, he does take a nap inside the Roman Colosseum. In fact, when he emerges from his slumber and the movie gets going, well, I mean, I'm asleep at that point, but when the movie tries to get some momentum, he emerges from the Colosseum to go down to the Middle Earth that is hollow to stop Scar Ape and the Ice Dragon Beast Kaiju shit, bitch. The Gift was awesome. The movie The Gift is great. I want to watch that shit. Well, yeah, that's coming. Well, listen, you guys, someone got the Rocco Siffredi thing. I'm somewhat educated in the world of pornography. Can you imagine? That'll go on the resume for sure. Sir, what do you bring to the table? Well, I'm somewhat educated in the world of pornography. Oh, well, geez. Let's bring you in for a second interview. Oh my God, you guys, stop. I can't. The reason, yeah, it's true. Elizabeth Olsen was in it. I mean, of course, that's one of the reasons. I forgot that she was. I forgot. My God, you're right. But, you know, the thing about Godzilla 2014 that was interesting is that we hadn't seen Godzilla, right? The way that we should. And while the film has flaws, it's still a better film. It's at least tries to do something. And I think, remember, no matter what it is, if you haven't seen something in a long time, you're a lot more excited, right? If you haven't seen someone that you love for a long time, for a year, 2 years, you're, oh my God, if you see him every day, you're like, yeah, whatever, get out of here. That's how it is now with Godzilla. It's commonplace. I'm tired of these fucking things. Get out of here. Kaijus, go away. That's the next. They need to make a movie called Kaijus Go Away. terrible. But yet it might be better than Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. Or again, GXKTNE. Oh my God. No, listen, Wingard is attempting to jazz up a very numbing film by doing some James Gunny things. It just doesn't work, man. It doesn't. The film, I don't want to watch this kind of shit anymore. You know, guys, I mean, is that too much to ask for something more than brain dead Transformer Kaiju bullshit? I'm tired of this stuff. It's pointless. There's nothing to learn or glean or get aroused by. Back to Rocco Siffredi. Let's look at the 9 o'clock IMAX right down the street here, and we will do our forecast for this lovely film. Oh, wow, that looks pretty good. Why is that guy? Oh, the guy's in the middle. See him in the front? He said, I'm going to sit in that's not a good seat, dude. That's not a good place. There's a couple seats in the front. That's a good row. So it looks pretty good, for a 9 o'clock show. And it just speaks to how strong we are in the world of theatrical. This film looking at around 60. I'm going to go under that. Here's the Dolby 10 o'clock down the street. And that is pretty good. The front's wide open, but I would say it's pretty solid for a decent Thursday night. Let's do one quick one over to Universal, and then I'll give you my number. Let's go. They got Prime. Let's see what the Prime 10 o'clock looks like. Yeah, same thing. Pretty full. A few seats here and there, but otherwise not too bad. Let's give you the forecast. This is what I got for this film. I don't have it as high as everybody else for the 3-day. I know it's Easter weekend, and it certainly benefits from the fact that you only have Ghostbusters kicking around, and that film's not good either. I mean, it's better than this. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is better than the New Empire. It's just because you have more human action going on in that. This is just so like a video game, right? CGI, again, Godzilla and Kong beating the shit out of other kaijus, and it's just not interesting at all. 54 million for the 3 days, what I got. 54, which is, whatever. It's solid, but could it be higher? Yeah, but listen, it's better than the 30 that the 2021 version did. Remember, that is the COVID. That's the, oh my God, if you go to a movie theater, you're going to die. If you go to a movie and then go back home, everybody that you interact with on the way out of the theater and at home, and frankly, the people they interact with and the people they interact with, they're all dead. All of them are dead. Every single one of those people will die if you go to a movie. Remember, that was the world we lived in. Wasn't that fun, everybody? I love the fear that we got pushed 24/7. Thank you, propagandists. It was so much fun living that. And for the people that are still living that shit, congratulations for getting played. Not to suggest that COVID isn't real or that something terrible happened, but the fact that they told us we are all going to die. All of y'all going to die if you go to a movie. Damn. All right. True story. If you get blood this week, you get a GodzillaXKong t-shirt. Matthew, thank you for this. Is good information. I'm serious. They make you watch Netflix, though. I don't have... You're going 59 million. 61 going, girl. I'm under. It sounds like the monster. No, it's not fun. Mr. Game, how is this fun? There's nothing interesting. I even like Brian Tyree Henry a lot. And even his whole thing about I'm a podcaster with nobody that listens. I lost 10 subscribers. Trust me, that hits me hard. When Brian Tyree Henry's talking about losing 10 subscribers and it was that hit me right in the soul. That's when I really felt this film. Otherwise, you will feel nothing but complete numbness, and you will emerge from a coma 1 hour and 55 minutes later. This is not fun. He's wearing a Transformer arm because, let me explain why he's wearing a go-go gadget arm. In the movie, the Ice Beast shoots him in the arm and he gets frostbite, so that we have this, what's the name of that English actor who's kind of boring? He's in all these movies and you just don't really even know who he is. It's Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens is like generic English guy. He's a good-looking guy. He's just never done much for me. There's something just kind of flat. I don't think he's a bad actor. There's just nothing interesting about Dan Stevens. So he comes in and he's trying to be this kind of like the John C. Reilly, the goofy guy. He's a dentist. He's an orthodontist who has to rip Kong's tooth out. So he goes on the journey to Middle Earth. The ice beast shoots Kong in the right arm, so that he has to go in as a veterinarian / whatever, and he has to get the arm and put a robotic arm in that they happen to have from Mega Godzilla. Good God! I can't, my brain is like, oh, even having to tell you this shit, I'm like, oh, I was watching this movie and I said to myself, I can't even imagine being a director being forced to make this movie. Like, I don't know how Adam Wingard, how do you get excited to get up in the morning and go shoot this Drek, to go shoot something that has zero soul, that is a coma-inducing CGI vat of nothingness? How do you get excited to do this? Dude, get away from this shit. This corporate bullshit movie making, and listen, I did not say Ghostbusters was great, but this film is... there's nothing. You feel nothing. I feel dead inside. Ronnie, listen, he needs a dentist / veterinarian, and Kong also is a mentor to a young baby Kong that you're supposed to fall in love with, and it doesn't work. Rebecca Hall. Yeah, that's what I said. Rebecca. Let's look at Rebecca Hall's filmography, by the way, because at this point, there's nothing more to say about this film, which I am still dead in the soul from. Here she is, Rebecca Hall. We go back, and I told you about Night House. Was I right about, was it called? It was called The Night House. Okay. Let's zoom in. That's a really cool film. If you haven't seen that, 2020, go watch that, Night House. You go back and you look at Permission was another one that was interesting by her. The one where she played that film, the TV thing, Christine. There it is, Christine. Okay. She likes doing weird things. She did an IFC film in here somewhere. What was it called? It was Resurrection, weird film. But she's not like this corporate Warner Brothers girl. And I hope that she can get out of this now. I hope it's done. I hope we don't ever have to make another one. I don't want to see, it's got to be the money. Same thing with Wingard. But it's weird. I told you guys this, and it's strange. And I don't know what to tell you guys. It is what it is. My life doesn't revolve around money, clearly. It revolves around experiences, learning, checking shit out, just being curious, being critical thinker, and not listening to what other people tell me to do 24 hours a day. So is that surprising? But I don't understand, like, doing something really when you have other options for a paycheck. Now, listen, I know that's let me color that in a little bit. Let me paint that, and we just went around the outs. Let's color it in. So when we talk about that, what I'm saying is, if you have an option to make, let's say you have choice A that's going to pay you $500,000, and you have choice B that's going to pay you $100,000. But choice A is a soulless corporate kaiju bullshit story we've seen a million times, and choice 2 is this really cool indie film that may do something. Who knows what, but it's going to be more inspiring, certainly, to go work on, to have a legacy for, to think about. You're going to be like, I did something of matter. I would choose the $100,000 film. That's because I don't know. I can't explain it to you guys. That's obviously why you can see with this channel. I don't sit here and talk about Star Wars and woke and all this stuff that would get me more views. I could easily, lean into that shit and put on a mask like half the people that don't even believe what they're saying and do it. I don't do that. I don't have any interest in doing something strictly for the cash. It doesn't even register to me. So when I watch a Wingard direct a shit film like this that is empty, soulless, CGI, why are you bothering getting up and making this film? I just go, why are you doing this, man? Go make something cool. Go out there. As much as I don't, you guys know I've gone off on Damien Leone's Terrifier because I think it goes out of control. But let me tell you this, with the violence, it loses humanity, and I understand it's a horror film, but there still is a line, crosses the line. But here's what I'm going to say. I would rather be a Damien Leone making films that are making people go, holy shit, than Adam Wingard shitting out a film that no one's going to remember in 6 days from now. That is useless. You have no legacy, Wingard. Go create a legacy. This is not a legacy. This is crap filmmaking, and there's nothing about this that anybody will ever remember you for. Go out and do something. That's what I'm saying. Why do these people not have that approach? Get out there and try something different. Don't just go agree to the paycheck from Warner Brothers, from Disney. Don't do that. Go do stuff that stokes your intellect, that stokes your soul. Don't do this shit to get a paycheck, man. Live in a smaller apartment. You'll be okay. You won't hate yourself when you wake up and realize you made a shit film like GodzillaXKong: I don't understand the mindset of going to work for a soulless company like a Netflix and sitting in a meeting and talking about bullshit. I don't care if you make $250,000 a year. You're doing nothing for the world. Go out and do something. Do something that matters. I don't care what it is. Anything's better than going in and giving your soul to a corporation. Fuck that. I don't have any interest in that. I never will. I told you guys if they brought me into a studio, I would be the most savage, ruthless person I have, because you heard what I just said. I'm going to make cool things. I'd say no to this. I would say no to roughly 85% of the scripts that got put in front of me. That's it. No. 15%, maybe we're going to make 7% of these movies. And then they'd get fired. You're not making enough movies. These all suck. We're not going to make these shitty movies. We're going to make good quality films. All right, we're about done. I said 30 minutes tonight. That was it. So far, Godzilla Kong is a 6.7. It's not a bad film, right? It's not like, even, listen, I go back and I hammered, as you guys know, the Immaculate movie. These are movies that I hated watching. They're not terribly made. These aren't Paint. Remember the movie I told you guys? Gotta watch Paint. Terrible across the board. These movies, that's different. That's next level horrible. These are just movies I don't want to have to watch. Doing this, I feel like I've got to go see these films because we want to talk about them. I talk about box office. I got to be knowledgeable. And then I have to sit here for an hour and 55 minutes and watch this and get nothing, not one thing from this movie. Not a single minute, not a second of this film that did anything to stoke my soul, my intellect, my curiosity. It left me numb. It's not a good film. Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's do it, Omega Swiper. I do owe you. Let's go back. Okay, guys, real quick, and we're going to out. Super chat, here it is. Okay, because I promised Omega Swiper, he gave me a super chat. I didn't get to it, so I owe him two. Here we go. Daniel Craig is Popeye. And no, there's no way. We're not doing Popeye again. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go into another Popeye. This is just, Omega Swiper, this is exactly what I just talked about with this film. We've got to get out of this hole. We've got to go back and remake this shit. Let it go. We've done Godzilla to death and Kong and Kaijus. Go back to Pacific Rim, film that was cool. Pacific Rim 2, not nearly as good. It's done. It's played out. We've got to start thinking of new things. Hollywood, I don't care if you don't even make 1/5 of the movies you make now. You've got to start making interesting, cool films. That's why, as much as I do hammer many of their films, A24, they do not just say, here's the shit. They let people do things. If in some cases, abominations like Beau is Afraid, but then you turn around and you look at a film like, big fan of Love Lies Bleeding, not as good as Saint Maud, but it's a cool film. It had me engaged throughout. I was like, this is really absolutely 100% what I come to the movies to see. I do not go anymore to watch this shit. I saw it in 3D tonight, by the way. I don't know why I didn't do it. I did the entire stream without my 3D glasses. That is a complete... I'm going to have to restart the stream and start the whole thing over. Holy crap. That didn't even make the movie better. The 3D didn't even help. 0%. So no more remakes of Popeye or any of this shit. I don't want to see it. It's done. Okay, less than 3 minutes and we're out of here. Oh, A24's Ex Machina. Oh, you didn't see it for the Byron. It's a great film. I didn't see it last night. I started too late. That's past my bedtime. 9:30 here in LA is that's like 4 a.m. to me. Real quick, I do want to show you guys something. Thank you. Yeah, no, Mega Swiper, you got it anytime. Real quickly, we'll do a quick MMT Gets Freaky, and I'm out of here. We'll do it Sunday night. I found something super cool. I'm going to show you on Sunday, I mean. I found the actual weather cam where we see our planet. Okay, real quick. I'm going to show it to you one more time, and then I'm going to see you on Sunday. Real quick. Hold on. Let me find. I got to find the right one. Okay, here we go. Ready, set. Okay. This is it. Guess what? You guys ready for this shit? You're going to see it on Sunday. I promise you this. Do you see the planet? Hold on. Give me a second. Do you see it? Do you see it? Look, let me zoom in really close. Oh, I don't think I can. Shit. Okay, guys, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Wait. Oh, okay. Watch. Do you see that up there with all the craters? Do you see the planet? Get ready. I'm going to hit the button. Watch it move. Watch the craters move. I saw it live today, guys. I saw this thing live on the cameras. I'm going to show you guys. Nah, you got to wait till Sunday. Wait for it. Hold on. This is in Montana. Watch. Wait. She's showing you on the map where it is. Watch. Here it comes. Ready? Get set. We're ready. Here, come on. There. Watch it. It's moving. Do you see the craters? Dude, here's what I can tell you. Mega Swiper, honest to God, I don't know. I'm telling you right now, I'm 100% certain. I saw it live. This shit is real. This shit's out. This is real, guys. I know it sounds crazy. I get it. I saw it live today. This shit's real. That is exactly what I saw today on the weather cam. It's out there. That is out there. I'll talk about what I think it is on Sunday. It's there. Holy crap, guys. All right. That's more interesting than any of GodzillaXKong, by the way. That's 30 minutes. That's all I owe you. It's all my contract is for. I'm done. I'm out. I'll see you Sunday. By the way, tonight's kit, Arsenal, one of my favorite new. Look at this thing. Can I just say that if you ever have the opportunity, for those of you who do not own a proper football kit, soccer jersey, if you do not, you now on your shopping list will add an authentic Adidas football kit. Why does it matter if it's authentic? It's the one the players wear. When you put this fabric on, this fabric is better than an Armani suit. I'm not even kidding you. This thing is one of the highest end garments I've ever in my life purchased, and I am so happy to have it in my collection. These are the things that make me happy. All right, guys. I'll see you Sunday. For now, skip Kong and Godzilla. Just don't do it. Don't do it. I warned you. You're going to be bored.